What is up, everybody? Before we get started, I just want to say really quickly that I will be streaming this Friday, and I'm going to start the stream at about 11, and the stream's going to go pretty much all day until I either beat the game or whatever, but get excited for that one. I hope I'll beat the game, and I hope that I see you there. But anyway, with all that out of the way, let's get to Octoling. Alright, so before we get started, I think that there's a couple of things that are really important for this character. Normally, for the last couple of ones, I haven't talked about spirit boards or alternate costumes or anything like that because I'm going to just do those all in one video rather than each video having them separately. But I think for this character specifically, it's quite important that you understand what the colors are going to be. Because if you don't, it might get a little confusing, or you'll say something like, oh, well, how would this work? There's already all the colors on Inkling. Yeah, I know. I took that into consideration. None of these colors are Inkling colors. So let's get started. So I still won't be showing the actual alternate costumes, but I will just be showing the colors so that everyone is kind of on the same page. The default will be the pinkish purple color of the original Octoling that you play as in the Octo expansion. The second alt will be a purple color, dark but not too dark. This will be a male version, and just like with Inkling, they will alternate. So just remember that from here on out. Next will be the blue and teal color that the sanitized Octolings have in the Octo expansion. Then we will have a dark green, then a red, then a gold to represent the final Splatfest, one of the colors from that in Splatoon 2. Then we will have a white and a black to represent Pearl and Marina. I know Pearl, I'm pretty sure, is not an Octoling, but Marina definitely is, so it's in reference to those two. And there's only one more thing I need to mention before we move on to the actual moveset, and that is that I could not come up with a different mechanic for the ink. I workshopped some things in my head on how it could work differently from Inklings, but I think it makes the most sense for it to just be the same. Since they're both from the same game, it would make sense for them to have the exact same ink mechanic. So the more ink on somebody, the more damage you can do, and most moves will take ink, and you have to refill your ink tank by using shield and B at the same time. For Octoling's neutral special, she will have her Splat Charger. The way this will work is the longer you hold the special button for, the more damage it will do. It will always go the same distance no matter what. While you're holding it, you cannot move, but instead, you can rotate where you're aiming. So if you're in the air and you have some momentum, you will continue moving in that direction with the momentum you still had. For her side special, it will be the Bloblobber, which will have her shoot several bubbles out of the Bloblobber, and they will bounce across the floor. They will pop as soon as they hit somebody, or they hit a wall, or they can fall off the stage. This will do a lot of ink at once, and if hit with only half of the bubbles, they will be fully inked. So do not get hit by the bubbles, because they will also stun you, so getting hit by one almost guarantees that you will be hit by all of them. Octoling's up special will also use the Splat Charger, but this time a Grappling will come up out of the ground and go into the air. While you're holding down the special button, it will go up further and further in the air. At any point, you can let go and the Octoling will automatically shoot the grappling, teleporting you there, and anybody that is in the line between you and the grappling will be hit, just like Inkling's up special. However, enemy players can also destroy the grappling before it gets shot. So, if you miss, it will bounce you up a little bit just so you're not completely useless, and you'll be able to try to use your up special again. For her down special, she will use the dualies. This will work pretty much exactly like Inkling's neutral special, where she will just shoot the dualies right in front of her. Except with the dualies, it won't go quite as far, and you cannot angle them. It will always go straight. But the reason you can't angle them is because if you move in a direction, it will automatically dodge roll in that direction. If standing on the ground, you can only go left or right. But if you're in the air, you can go left, right, up, or down. This allows you to dodge and move about a little easier. You can use this in tandem with your up special to get a little bit more height as well. For Octoling's jab, if you just press the buttons instead of holding them, she will do a left hook, then a spinning roundhouse kick, then a stomp and punch in front of her. However, if you hold down the button, she will start charging the Splatling launcher. Once you let go of the button at any point during this charge up sequence, she will release that amount of ink in front of her. This will go extremely far and do a lot of damage. But you get to charge it up and are really vulnerable. If you only charge it for about 1 second, it will only shoot about 1 bullet. Maybe a little more, depending on how long you're holding it for exactly. For her dash attack, she will turn into her squid form and circle in the air. Sort of like how they do when they jump out of the ink. Now right around here in my notebook is where I started changing a bunch of stuff. Because originally, this moveset was based mostly on the Octo expansion and Splatoon 2, instead of the Inkling character being mostly based on Splatoon 1. But I added some Splatoon 3 things, so I might change them or something, just because I don't know if I want to do a third character. So I changed them to this because I don't know if I'm ever going to do a third Splatoon character that is like Salmonoids or something, if they ever add a third playable character. I don't know. So I went ahead and added it here just in case. So her forward tilt is a blaster shot. So I kind of lied. But it's a blaster shot that shoots right in front of her instead of going as far as a normal blaster, and will launch the opponent in front of her, just like a forward tilt should do. For her up tilt, she will throw a burst bomb straight up in the air that, when hit by anything, projectiles, other players, or a ceiling of some kind, will explode. It will not go up forever though, and will start falling back down if not hit. And again, will explode when hitting a person, projectile, or the floor. It will not work if it comes in contact with you, because it has to do some amount of damage. For her down tilt, she will just do a simple split kick, kicking both sides of her in front and behind. This will do minimal damage, but will knock them up into the air, setting up for combos. For Octoling's forward smash, she will use the paint roller, but not like it is used with Inkling. Instead, she will do the flick, where she will just launch some ink in front of her. This will have a lot of damage, but very little knockback. Just like her own game. Her down smash will be 2 suction bombs that she will throw on either side of her. It will be on a set timer, and once that timer is up, there will be 2 big explosions beside her. This will do mostly knockback and almost little damage. This is probably her only actual kill move, other than some aerials that we'll get to later. This is one of those Splatoon 3 things I was talking about with her up smash. She will use the Splatana and strike straight up with it. This will have almost an entire circle around her of damage, but the sweet spot is directly above her since it is the up smash. The circle is mainly to keep her in that circle as she is swinging to send them up on the last hit. For her neutral air, she will grab a burst bomb and smash it into her own self, making a giant explosion all around her. This will do very little knockback, but a lot of damage. For her forward air, she will do a spike roller flick, which will be similar to her forward smash, but will do a lot less damage, but will go a lot farther. And if you hit on the very tip of the roller, she will spike the opponent down. For her back air, she will do a back kick. This move will be the only kill move that she has. It will do a lot of knockback and very little damage. For her down air, she will shoot the tri-bow. This will do a lot of spread below her, but very little damage and knockback. For her forward throw, she will do a jumping knee, where she will slam her knee right into the head of her opponent. This will do very minimal knockback, just like most of her moves. Her down throw is a knee slam, where she will drop the opponent face first onto the floor and double knee them in the back. Her back throw, she will pick up the opponent, jump and do a flip, and when she lands, she will slam her squid form into them, throwing them backwards. For her up throw, she will do an uppercut. Simple uppercut, it will do quite a lot of knockback up. So this is also considered a kill move for her. For her final smash, she will jump all the way up to the top of the screen, kind of like what happens with Cloud when he does his final smash, or one of his final smashes. And she will start charging her Booyah Bomb. Once it's charged all the way, after a few seconds, she will throw it directly towards the center of the stage. If it is a stage that doesn't have a center or is unsymmetrical, she'll throw it to where vaguely the middle of the stage would be. It will then start exploding and destroying the entire stage. It will destroy the entire stage no matter how big the stage is. So look out, you will probably die. Alrighty guys, so like I said, just as we're leaving the video, I will be streaming on Friday starting at 11 a.m. and that's EST by the way, and I will be streaming until I beat the game or until whatever else happens, I got to leave or something. And also, next week, I don't know what it's going to be yet, but the week after that is going to be my Ben 10 video. It'll be my biggest moveset video yet, so stick around for that. See you guys later.